Good morning. Welcome to our computer integrated manufacturing class. So today we're just going to see about our unit number 6. So already we have started that unit number 6 in computer integrated manufacturing system, and so today we're just going to see about the shop floor control and other activities. So let's begin with our presentation. Okay, so this is unit number 6. This is a basically this unit 6 is been classified broadly classified into. First thing is that manufacturing system control. So what are the various controls that are being used in the manufacturing? So those are computerized statistical process control, SPC. Already we have covered. Then shop floor control, shop floor data collection techniques, inventory control, whole system of production system, and CAQC. So we'll start one by one. So today we'll just begin with the shop floor control. Shop floor control, basically SFC. In short, it can spell as SFC. So wherever you find this word, so always understand it is the shop floor control. So basically, we're just going to see this shop floor control in condition with the computerized shop floor control. Basically, all you know that this subject is a computer integrated manufacturing. So what are the things that we're just going to learn here? So will be always associated with the technology, that is the computer technology associated with the each and every aspects of the industry. So basically, what do you mean by the computerized shop floor control? So to begin with this, you need to understand the shop floor control. Basically, the system under this, the system is being using data from the shop floor to maintain and communicate status information on shop orders and work center. So basically, shop floor. Shop means just uh, technically in industry when you call the shop floor. So basically, it's the ground reality where actually the manufacturing take place. So you know that there are n number of different business sanctions are in industry, and whenever the word shop floor is being, you always understand this word is being used for the manufacturing, where actual manufacturing, actual assembly of a component taken place. So now, basically, this what does it mean? Using data from the shop floors. Now, basically, you have to take the data from the shop floor to maintain and communicate the status of the information. Just like that, the information every day. Take an example of our college. So every day we are doing not many activities. So all the activities will record to be recorded, and we have to further inform to the respective HODs. So at the end of the day, each and every faculty we are just paying Google form, and everyone is placing that activity. What are the number of classes are being taken? What are the other activities that is being carried out throughout the day? So all that data is being get compiled. So ये क्या होता है कि basically we are collecting the information. So this is one of then it's also sometimes defined as a method of controlling the work in process in factory. So basically, in other words, you can say that it's controlling the work in process. So you know that WIP basically it is a various activity that are being taking place at shop floor in industry, and this is to control. So how it is going to control? For that, you should know their present status, and then what are the target that has been assigned, and how you can just complete those with respect to the given date of delivery. Another definition is called a system for utilizing data from as well as the data processing file to maintain and communicate information on shop orders, and work center. So basically, this is just like the same that definition one. Here we are just communicating the various information between the shop orders and the work centers. So it's also known as production activity control (PAC). So don't get confused with the word. So this is the two words: shop floor control or production activity control. So basically, when you talk about this, so it's nothing but the production activity. So what are the production activity that are taking place at shop floor? Basically, the controlling of all this activity comes under the head shop floor control. तो shop floor control मतलब आपका concept clear होना चाहिए कि जो भी एक्टिविटी हमने यहाँ पे देखी शॉप फ्लोर पे जो भी होती है प्रोडक्शन रिलेटेड असेंबली रिलेटेड, सो ऑल दैट एक्टिविटी आर कम्स अंडर द शॉप फ्लोर. नाउ you have gone with the word work order just in the definition. So these are the key events that are taken place in the shop floor activity. So just like that work order. So basically what order lead is to shop floor. Work order matlab kya hota hai? Just like that basically work order. So work order is that permit for the fabrication or manufacturing at the shop floor. So basically this work order is being assigned from the PPC department. So once that work order has been released, so work order dispatch report. So basically the this work order dispatch data is being given, and then basically there are work center. There are work center, workstation, and employees jointly working at the shop floor in order to complete their task. That is whether it is a manufacturing, whether it is a assembly, and that is being resulted in the production. And this is a work order received from the shop floor. So this is just to check. That means whatever the task, the orders has been assigned to the shop floor. So we need to check or you need to control the activity, and then we are take the receipt so that that is the work has been completed. So that task. Now we'll just see what are the functions that are associated with the SFC or production activity control. So basically the function scheduling, then dispatching, then follow up, then providing output data, and providing efficiency. So during our session on the this industrial engineering in sixth semester, we are seeing the various functions of the PPC production planning control. So these are all those functions associated with the scheduling of activities, then dispatching of orders, follow up of the various orders that are been taken given to the shop floor, providing the output data, and then providing the efficiency. But basically, we need to carry out the productivity of the plant. So in details, if you talk, so basically priority control and assignment. So basically when dispatching the time we call, so this is MRP and the priority planning are considered with the time phase planning of material and assembly. So already we have seen that MRP. So that is the time phase planning for placing order and getting receipt of those materials on day-to-day activity or week. So this has to be comes under the scheduling and the assembly of the final product. So priority control can be considered as the execution phases of this planning process. So whatever the planning has been done in the MRP, so this is where actually we are getting executed those things under the MRP. Then maintain information of work in process. So basically work in process. So in this, what are the information related to the quantities and completion dates of the various steps in the production sequence are against the plan generated. So basically you have to maintain the information whatever the task has been given, whatever the load has been assigned to the different work center, how much work has been completed and their progress. So basically we have to keep track. So this control phase is very much important because production planning and control. So production planning is being done in the office, then we give the various planning, that is MRP like this one, which further deals with the procurements of the different material with respect to the time phase. And when actually these materials arrive at shop floors and we started the work, so at the same time we have to make the control of these activities so that we can check whether the activity are being going with respect to our plan. Then monitor shop floor status information. So just like it's similar to the WIP, where it provides the information from the shop floor and which ultimately gives the status of the orders in the. Then production as output data. So when you talk about the efficiency, so provide production output data for capacity control purpose. So basically here you can just check that capacity purpose to make adjustment effectively. The capacity control function must have up to date information on production rate and order status from the factory data collection system. So basically, we need to create some of the factory data collection system, and through which way we should know the day-to-day, up-to-date status of the shop floor, and through which we can just compare with our capacity planning and the planning that is being done, and you have to keep track so whether those according to the plan or it is being lagging. So if it is lagging, we need to take the corrective action so that we can just meet with the delivery date of the orders being taken from the various customer. Now when you talk about the various steps, so basically the diagram already we have shown shop floor control system. It basically first thing is the order release, another is the order scheduling, and third is the order progress. So these three things are there. So these steps are manifested as the three uh, computer software module which are linked together in the shop floor control system. Nowadays, you know that there are ERP softwares are being widely used, and already we have seen that is one of the ERP software is the SAP. So basically, under this ERP software, there is a one purchase model PM is there. Basically, you can just learn those things, and various models are associated with the maintenance, production, quality. So these are very important models for a mechanical engineering student. So if they want to have a good kind of job in a core industry, so definitely they can upgrade their skill. So now when you talk about this, so basically these are the computer software models. So basically these models are associated with this SAP ERP softwares, and basically these are all linked together in Shopflow. So you know that what are those different models are associated with the even the SAP, all that are integrated to each and one another. So so this is the organization of a computerized shop floor control system. So now, since it is basically a computerized integrated manufacturing system, SIM. So here we're just going to see how these are the different functions. This chart has been taken from our textbook of MP Growth. Now, we start from the extreme left off. So basically, engineering and manufacturing database. So you know that we are having this engineering and manufacturing database of plant or organization. So that resulted into the order release. So first, the order is being released, and what are the activity associated with the order release? We can see you will find the route sheet, then material liquidation, then job cards, move tickets, part list. So all these has comes under the planning, just like we have seen in the MRP. So basically, these are being in the planning stage and being these are the various output that is being comes from the MRP. You already seen that. Then order scheduling. So second thing depends on this next step. Order are being scheduled to the respective work center. So basically here the parties are being after planning we are getting received at the work center, and here the order are scheduled. So basically scheduling nothing but the assignments of the different orders to the work to the different work center. So where actually your work gets starts in the industry. Now, once the dispatch list is received, so basically this has been in a close contact with this order progress. So here the open order files, what are the activity those are taken place in shop floor that are being taken monitor here, and you can just come the order progress is now work order status and exception report. So basically, this give that according to our capacity, whether the production is going or not, so, or there are delays, or we are with the planning. So these are all things are being so computer system and factory data collection system. So basically, here we use the computer various system for the factory data collection system. How those data have been collected. So this is been a day-to-day activity. We can see this is a graph. This completely explains about the various activity. There is the organization of the computerized shop floor control. Now, three activity which are already seen in this shop floor. The first thing is that the order release. So, what exactly in details when if you want to see the order release. So here you can see the purpose of the order release model is to provide the necessary documentation that accompanies an order as it is processed to the shop. So basically, this is the documentation, the kind of permission which is being assigned. Uh, don't say it's always in the form of the paper. Nowadays, these are the things are being done with respect to the software. So as a part of the zero paperwork in industries, many activities those are being earlier done with the use of pen and paper, all that are being eliminating day by day. So basically, this is the kinds of orders that is being issued. Okay, then these documents are referred to collectively as the shop packet. So basically, these are known as the shop packet. See here, you can just check in order release. So this is a part of that main diagram. You see here, this is input MRP capacity planning. Just because we get the order release, this is output of the MRP, and then we are having this in route sheet, material requisition to the purchase, then creating job cards, move tickets, part list. So these job packets move with the job through the sequence of processing or assembly. So basically, in various industries, so basically these shop packets, the job, these are being moved. So with the job through the sequence of processing and the assembly operation, and on that, various kinds of tick are being done so that we can just know what exactly the current position of these various activities. Then second phase, order scheduling. So execute the dispatching functions in the production planning and control. As I already said, this is one of the activity in the PPC. So two elements of scheduling is a machine loading and job sequencing. So यहाँ पे actual basically the work is being assigned to the different work centers. उसको machine loading करते हैं, and then job sequencing, how the sequence of the job is to be done in the industry. Okay, so see here, priority sequencing rules or dispatching rules. So these are few of the rules which are being followed in industry. So सबसे important है SOD is called the shortest operating time. So basically sequence is done based on this SOD. Then earlier due date. So depends on the due date. The customer whom order is to be executed first. That is more important. STR is slack time remaining before the due date and remaining process time. This is one of the time that is you should know that how much order is pending, what is the due date, and of what time is it, and based on the capacity planning and other activity that are simultaneously going on. So how much time we will get. So according to that, we require to planning. So these are all remaining operation, critical ratio. These are being calculated upon due date minus current date and number of remaining working days. Q ratio. So these are kinds of different critical ratio, Q ratio are calculated, and based on that ratio, we can understand the severity of that particular order need to be finished at the earliest. So first come, first serve, last come, last serve. So these are the various technology. So FIFO and LC, that is first come, first serve. So basically, first come, first serve. So this is the kind of technology that is being used in many industries, whichever the order is being received first. So first we're just going to execute that. Again, this is being used in warehouses, storage. So what are the input or raw material that spares are being received? We need to dispatch or issue that item, because what happened? You can just take example. Suppose we got the inventory at the stores. We got some maybe the 100 parts of some, take example of nut bolts. So basically those bolts are being received in quantity, kgs and all. And if that is being received and we are just kept in the bucket, so what's happened? That bucket or the unit load concept. So it's lying at the bottom. And suppose we have started issuing to the different department till the time we receive the second order. 50 kgs of bolt are being issued and 50 kg still lying in that bucket, and another 50 kg are being top up on that one. So what's happened under this one? So the bolts which are being down at the bottom, there's a less chance of getting issued to the customer. So because of that, what will happen? Just because of that, at the bottom there may be some water moistures, and just because of this started rusting, and just there may be chances that they get corrugated. So in order to just prevent, nowadays, basically the techniques are being done that whatever the material has been issued first, received first, those are being so this is called the first come first serve, last come last serve. तो जो last में आएगा उसको last में serve करेंगे. You can just find these such kinds of technology are being used in the various stores when you are going Big Bazaars and all those things, so you can see if the latest basically products are being assigned, just like that there is a due date by which we require to use that product. So what generally the person they are doing, the earlier date product they just keep in front, and the new product they are just keeping at the back side. So what is that? Generally public visit to the stores and Big Bazaar, so generally they see the product in front of and just pick up from there. So what? Because we can just consume those at the earliest, and those new product which delivery date or due date is late, so they are we keep packed and that can be stored later or used later. Then third steps is the phase is nothing but the order progress. So basically, order progress is nothing but the monitoring the status of the various orders in the plant. So WIP, work in process. Then other characteristics that indicate the progress and performance of the production. So basically, three forms of order progress report as well: work order status report, progress report, and exception report. So these are kinds of report that has been generated. Now we talk about the factory data collection system. So when you talk about the shop floor control or production activity control (PAC), so here we talk about what is we are seeing the various functions, then various phases in the shop floor controls. Now we talk about this factory data collection. So we know that how the various techniques are being used in industries for collection of this factor. So several data collection techniques used to collect data from the shop floor. Then these techniques require the employees to gather the data, and later the data is gathered on a fully automatic system that requires no human participation. So basically here it starts with the human, and then it moves to the automatically the fully integrated computer system where we do find the human participation. This data collected by the FDC. So basically, you can see this is FDC, nothing but the factory data collection. So basically, here in our system, we have used the shortcuts. So all you just understand that, don't get confused. List a number of parts that are scrapped. So what are the data type of data that is being collected? So scrap. So list number of parts that are been scrapped. List number of parts required rework. Now all these are being just if you go on through this word, you find the Shingo Shigo 7 waste associated with the every production schedule. So then equipment downtime, this is another loss, wastage. Then time clock by employees for punch in and out. So employees in and out time is also been taken here. Time taken at each work center. So how much actual the time taken for the processing of the work part. Then labor time in each work order. So this is a factory data collection. So basically you can find, so these are the types of the data which has been collected. Now type of the data collection system. So basically there are two broadly classified. One is online data collection system and another is the offline. So when you talk about the online data collection system, the data are entered directly into the plant computer system and are immediately available for the order process. So you know that just like we are having the various ERP software. So earlier college when I was there, so I used to enter the data of my class attendance just within, or you can say as early as I finish my lecture. Suppose exceptionally if I am having continuous slot, then there is an excuse I can just put that after completion of both class. But suppose I have finished 9:30 to 10:30 class, so within after just completion of that class, I need to first mark attendance that in the software. So what generally this thing, so that again we have practice of recording the lectures there. So basically, that system has been arranged in the class. So whenever I just start the mic, so it start recording my lecture. Automatically, it starts the mic and camera. So just it give me that is the employee in and out. जैसे हम लोगों ने देखा in and out earlier slide. So that means the time when I press my mic, so what happened that it starts logging, and when I stop, so that is my end of the class. So this is can be generated. This is one of the type of the data collection. Another, I start delivering the lectures. Then at the end of the class, I used to mark the attendance of the student, and that give how much students were absent, how many students were present. So what kind of which topic I have covered today, whether I just given the assignment or something like I had taken some other assignments, chemistry or something. So all that. So online data collection system, the data are entered directly into the plant computer system. So basically, this has been example I just stated here, and immediately available for the order progress. So based on that, directly it is being progressed. Just like that, if my boss, that say the HOD or the principal, he's having authority to view that data. So once he complete their so that particular date semester classes, there are only few students, and they can take the immediate action. They will call the HOD and they will ask that class teachers and call the students why their attendance is low, or suppose the faculty joined late, so why that has started the class late. So what was the explanation he will ask from the faculty. So see, this is available immediately from this. Is one of the example. Then offline data collection system, temporary in the storage device to enter and process by the computer later. So offline, basically the data are collected temporarily in a storage device to be entered and processed the computer in the batch cell. So in small offline data collection system, that is you can say storage devices, and later it is being compiled at the end of whenever they get the time. So basically these are being individual with the respect to the various work center. Automatic identification method. So it refers to the various technology used in automatic or semi-automatic acquisition of the product data entry into the computer system. Basically, they are the various systems that are being used in nowadays. So these are the component automatic identification. Nowadays, we don't require to take various. So just like in the predictive kind of maintenance that is being done. So basically, various sensor and we put on the various machine, and directly we just getting these kinds of data. So these are the various components are the encoded data. Encoded data, encoders are being used. You know that encoders are being used for the keeping the speed of that various motors drive that being employed. Then machine readers, scanners are there, decoders are there. Then types of automated identification technology. So automated identification आप stores में जाते हैं, so barcodes are there, directly your bill is get generated through that scanning. Radio frequency system, magnetic tapes are there, strips are there. So generally these are being used for AGVs and other things. Optical character recognitions and machine visions, MIR. So machine learnings and artificial intelligence are being widely used nowadays. So basically here, see, now next class we'll just going to go with the inventory control. So basically inventory and then pool and production system. To understand pool and production system, we need to understand the inventory control. So already this part has been covered in the class, but still we'll just going to go with the basic inventory control, the various activity associated with inventory, and then we'll just go with the pull and push production system. So today we have seen this is our see this is the your manufacturing system control. So this is the SPC we have covered. So here today that is okay. So today we have covered this shop floor control and the shop floor data collection technique. Now next class will be inventory control, and then we move to the pool production system, and then quality computer aided quality control. So these are the things associated with that. After completion, this is the next phase, that is the introduction to automatic inspection. So automatic inspection कैसे करते CMM and inspection folks, that will be going to understand in this one. So this was a part of our today's session. I will stop sharing now. Okay. So if any questions you want to ask, it's free to. So if any doubts related with the today's topic, you can just ask me, or we'll stop here.
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. So you can just join the session at 11 a.m. Okay, student?
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, sir.